Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to X. I was going to start this conversation by saying well done to Colm for getting the score totally correct. However, he's decided to come into the chat already and demanding a prize. So you know what? No, I'm not going to do it now. To you, Colm. Love you really. But look, the game last night was entertaining. Second half was anyway. First half we were absolutely shit. But I'm glad we changed it at half time. We needed to. For some reason, people are saying Nwaneri was crap and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what game they were watching. Nwaneri was our best player in the first half. Just because he came off at Odegaard doesn't make it, for me, Mourinho should have came off and Odegaard brought on, but I'm not the manager, so it is what it is. Big up to the people already in the chat. Big up to Temi saying evening, Bobby. Jesus made Gabriel Sunoco January. It was a very good night for him. I'll be honest. I'm giving him a high score later, so he deserves it. Good morning. Correct score predicted. What's my prize? Bugger all. Big up, mate. Hope you're well too, Chris. Also, Eddie did show us what we were missing, even if it did matter. Yeah, well, look, he did well. I thought he played well, to be fair. He played without shackles on. You could see that at Crystal Palace. He doesn't have the shackles on. Yes, he hasn't really set the world alight at Crystal Palace, but he looks a happier player. And this is the player that I've seen at under 21 level at England. Eventually the goals will come for Brenny, for Eddie. Also, we would have won comfortably if he played. No. Morning to my brother. That Community Shield clip needs to go, especially after that press conference. Yes, it does. Tony needs to sort that out, if I'm honest. By the way, what was that back line? The first half one, no idea. Tierney, I've got absolutely no issues with Tierney. I'll be honest. It was a sublime performance by Tierney. I was so happy. And Nketiah did score. What a header! Beautiful header, wasn't it? Absolutely. I knew I had to put him in there. I was hoping it was to stop him from scoring. He did score. It wasn't his first goal. I know a lot of people said it was his first goal for Palace, but I believe he scored against QPR earlier in the rounds of Carabao Cup. But Mateta, to be fair, was brilliant as well. Yeah, that's the best I've seen Mateta play as well. Arsenal fans watch longs to Eddie scoring. It was a really good goal by Eddie. I'm happy for him. I'm sorry, but Kivior has to go. He's a swindle. Kivior, I'll get onto the starting lineup and I'll have a talk about Kivior, but I don't agree with the starting lineup, to be honest. I thought lineup was shocking from Arsenal when it was a must-win for me. Yes, you won, but just in the end, mate, wait till I get onto the starting lineup because I'm not happy about that at all. Katie was good last night. Still the best left back at the club. I'll be honest. I think he's in the easily top 5 in the Premier League left backs. I think he's brilliant. I absolutely think if you could keep him fit, he would be wanted by some of the biggest clubs across Europe if you can keep him fit, because the way he attacks and the way he crosses and the way he's a very good defender as well. And a lot of people forget that he's actually a very good defender. He can actually play at left centre back as well in a back three. So he is versatile. He just doesn't do the inverted BS because he's a left back. Funny that, isn't it? But yeah, so yeah, Tierney was fantastic. I'm not really going to talk too much goals, but apart from Jesus was fantastic. Absolutely cracking performances, great finishes, every single one. 2 assists by Odegaard. I do like the fact that the fans last night did this slide saying all this stuff that Odegaard did. And I was thinking, yeah, compare it to the games against Fulham and Everton. And then we'll have a proper conversation, because yes, he came on, did a fantastic performance at halftime. But where was he against Everton? Where was he against Fulham? I'm just wondering. I love this weirdness that some of the fan base has. It really does my head in, because what was also quite funny with the stats that came out with the Odegaard came in on the second half. One of them I found hilarious because it's the one stat that I'm actually paying attention to at the moment. I'm studying thoroughly. Is the duels. Now, yes, Odegaard won 2 duels, but guess what? He also lost 2. So so it's a 50%. It's mad. It really is. It really winds me up. If Arteta resigned today, Katie, I'm sure would be 100%. 100%. It's literally because Arteta's here. Tierney is a great player, and if you could keep him fit, guarantee, we'd all be calling him for to start every single game. I know we made a lot of changes, but that's expected from us. We got a job done again because we made it hard for ourselves. No slot, no problem. Nunez scored an easy chance, Bobby. I had to put it as breaking news, telling everyone to calm down. Yeah, I know. You know what, mate? What's funny about me and you is when certain things happen, I guarantee you're thinking about me and I'm thinking about you. So when Nunez scored last night, automatically my first thought was you. So funny. Oh, crikey. And when I saw the charts, I was like, yeah, this is ridiculous. The fans are going to be, hey, he's back. Yeah, I'll be honest, if you missed that, my God. But yeah, it's so funny. I do love football fans. They're so hilarious. Because what I don't ever do, I don't go from one game, forget what happened in the last game, move on to the next game. It's a story. The season is a story for me. It's a very roller coaster kind of a storyline. It wasn't good, mate. I'll be honest. I love that. Oh God, that's so funny. Anyway, let's crack on with this. So yeah, great goals. Honestly, all 5 of them were great. Mateta was brilliant. I know that Kivior made a cock up in the first place, but Mateta's run and his strength as well, and to still manage to finish it off was fantastic. Eddie, great header. Jesus, great goals. I'll be honest, great performance last night from Jesus. Just need to see it more often, people. We can't just go, oh, we don't need a striker now because Jesus has scored 3 goals. Yeah, it was. But it was a fantastic performance from him last night. He didn't frustrate me too often, which is quite unusual. Normally, I'm quite angry when I'm watching him. But no, last night, just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. Right, so these are the stats. Who deserves to start on Saturday between Jesus and Havertz? For me, Jesus has got to start now. Havertz is having a bit of a struggle at the moment. Jesus has literally just scored a hat-trick. I'll be honest, I would start Jesus. Simples. Yeah, it's not that difficult, to be fair, for me. Obviously, we'll do the preview for that game probably tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I should be able to do it, but we'll wait and see. If not, it'll have to be Saturday morning. Right, so possession for Arsenal was 70%. Crystal Palace, 30. 12 shots for Arsenal, 8 for Crystal Palace, 9 shots on target. There's a huge difference just there. 9 shots were actually on target out of the 12 shots. It's never that high. Never that over 50% most of the time. 4 shots on target for Crystal Palace. 4 corners for Arsenal. 2 for Crystal Palace. Final third phase passing accuracy was only 70%, so it's really poor, if I'm honest. Final third phase for Crystal Palace was 44%. Sorry, I'm multitasking at the moment. I'm doing other stuff as well whilst I'm doing this. So my eyes are not always on the screen. Expected goals was 2.09 for Arsenal compared to Crystal Palace, 0.32. 2 XG from open play for Arsenal compared to Crystal Palace, 0.27. XG set play, 0.1 for Arsenal, 0.05 for Crystal Palace. Obviously, no XG from penalties. XG on target, which I know a lot of people don't find this interesting, but this always interests me, is the XG on target, because these are actual XGs actually on target. So 3.05 for Arsenal compared to Crystal Palace, 0.69. Jules, guess what? We lost them again. Oh, it's just becoming funny now because it's just annoying. But yes, we lost them again. 46 in total for Arsenal, 54 for Crystal Palace. Ground duels, 42% were won by Arsenal, 58 for Crystal Palace. It's probably one of the worst ones I've seen for a while for Arsenal. So I would say majority of that was first half, because first half we were poor. But even over the whole 90 minutes, we still lost to ground duels. It's still a concern. Aerial duels, 53%. You can see that Saliba and Gabriel did not start the game because normally we're quite high on that. Compared to Crystal Palace, 47, 42% perfect dribbles for Arsenal, 56% for Crystal Palace. Passes in the game, 551 for Arsenal, 87% accuracy. That would do for me. Own half, 218. Opposition half, 264. Accuracy in long balls, 30%. Accuracy in crosses, 31%. Touches in the opponent's box, 37. Crystal Palace, 225 passes. Accuracy, 66%. Own half, 93. Opposition half, 56. Accuracy in long balls, 35%. Accuracy in crosses, 25%. Touches in opponent's box was 11. Right, let's move on to the starting lineup, but we'll also check to see what people were saying. Sorry, just 2 seconds. I'm trying to multitask at the moment, so I'm trying to do something else. Let's have a look. Where are we? It was the Jesus that you signed. Yes, it was 100%. Big up to Ed. Ed saying our next opponent in the world will be very crucial if only we want to win this cup. Yes, it's also the way that we are set up for it as well. I'll be honest. When this team came out last night, I was absolutely pissed off. There's no other words I can say. I was pissed off because 8 changes, bringing a few players out from not just the cold, but the Arctic, for a quarter final against Crystal Palace was punishable for me. Luckily, he changed it at half time, because if he waited till 60th minute, mate, I would have been calling him out already. But yeah, ridiculous. But big up to Ed. Congratulations to Everton. Great news on them getting new owners. Hate aside, 100%. 100%. That was a tricky one. Nunes XG was 100 because he only scored. That's it. I'm now fascinated by XG, to be honest. Love listening to Williamson go on about it. He's talking the truth. It was a okay game. I thought it was the second half was entertaining. First half was shite. There's no other way of saying it, if I'm honest. I'm not going to Port Vale away. It's free hit, lads. It's free hit season. I think you want to play Liverpool in the final. In my opinion, I'd rather play you in the semi-finals, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of get that. Yeah, I do kind of get that. Our team's now taking exclusively big teams. I'll be honest. I don't think that Arteta took it seriously the first half, because now I'm going to go into this team. What the hell was this? Obviously, I'm moving the mouse pad. You can't see that I'm moving the mouse. But Raya, Partey, Timber, Kivior, Tierney, Jorginho, Marino, Nwaneri, Sterling, Trossard, Jesus. What the hell was this? What kind of contraption was this? Where was his mind? Tierney, not only just from the cold, literally the bloody Arctic. No wonder he struggled with cramp in the end, because he's literally been in the cold. Honestly, I sometimes I question his mentality. Anyway, Timber, Kivior, centre backs, no major issue with it, if I'm honest, because Timber can play centre back. He can play multiple roles. He's more versatile than Tomiyasu, so I've got no issues with that. Kivior, yeah, he doesn't want to be here. There's a big possibility he might actually leave in January, so I don't honestly see why we played him, if I'm honest. his head is not with us right now. So yeah, I don't get that one. Jorginho with Merino is a match made in hell. I'll be honest. There's no other ways of saying it. They are both slow. It was like watching a episode of On the Buses. It was ridiculous. Ranieri, fantastic game. I'm disappointed he came off. I know a lot of people are saying, what did he do? He was the only one that bloody did anything the first half. That was like, yeah, decent. But he couldn't find any openings. So obviously not much could happen after that. Sterling, Trossard, Jesus. Got no issues with Sterling, to be honest. Trossard looked really good down the left with Tierney behind him. And Jesus, great game. Did we win the dog pick the team? Game was over when Eze, yeah, it was. Yeah. To be fair, Crystal Palace put a fight up at the end. But yeah. Right, ratings. Here we go. Oh, this look. I'll apologise to all Arsenal fans, but when people allow me to do the scoring, it's going to go Pete Tong. Raya gets a Raya gets a 6. He did let in 2 goals. So yeah, he gets a 6. It wasn't fantastic by him, if I'm honest. Partey wasn't his greatest game. It wasn't bad, but 7. Yeah, he's gonna get a 7. Timber 8. That's mainly for second half performance as well. Kivior gets a 6. Yes, he made a mistake against Mateta, but he did kind of clean it up after that. Tierney gets an 8. I thought Tierney was absolutely. Sorry, I've got to do that. No, honestly, I don't know what the hell it was. That team was just mental. Everyone. No, I am a realist. Some people were great, some people were poor. Ranieri gets a 7. I don't think he was poor. Jorginho, you know what? I'm just going to wrap these two up in together. Jorginho and Merino get 6s. I thought they were poor, personally. I just don't get them. Jorginho is on his way out anyway. So yeah, Sterling gets a 7. I was quite happy with Sterling. Shame he didn't put a couple of the chances away, but I didn't think it was a poor performance, in my opinion. Trossard, you know what? He gets an 8 as well. I thought Tierney and Trossard down the left were fantastic. And Jesus, you know what? I can't not give him a 10. And I never give 10s. You know me, I'm a tight ass when it comes to this. I'm giving him a 10 because I thought that was a great performance last night from him. He annoyed me once or twice, which for him is quite impressive because he does normally annoy me quite a lot. But no, he gets a 10 because I thought that was, to be honest, he was really good. The finishing was fantastic. The first one, the little dink, the confidence to do that with the way he has not been scoring lately, kind of tells you everything about his mind. So I'm happy with him. So good on him. Personally, happy days. But yeah, 10 for me. Let's have a look. Raya not as good as people think. 100%. He's not as good. He's not good enough to be in a top team. He's a good goalkeeper, but he's not fantastic. That's how I look at it. Raya is not. Raya's never going to get into a Real Madrid, Barcelona, Munich, PSG, City, Liverpool, even United. He's not good enough. That's where we need to strengthen at some point. There is a possibility we could do that. I know that we are looking at a goalkeeper that would be coming to pretty much be the first teamer. So it's one to look out for. We'll see what happens. Raya started off badly when he joined, to be fair. He did. He's good. Look, he's much better now. He seems to have a concentration issue. You know what he does have? He has this tendency to forget that he's a goalkeeper. I don't know how many people I was paying quite a lot of attention to him last night, and at some point He was a left back, a centre back, a right back, sometimes a DM, and rarely a goalkeeper last night. It was quite interesting. I look, I'm a tight ass, but I honestly, I can't knock Jesus' performance, and the reason he gets a 10 is because of all the crap he's been through. Obviously, he's been slated the last few weeks, rightly so as well. But that performance last night, the finishing as well, was fantastic. I'm very happy for him. So let's hope he does it the weekend. Right. Temi giving me his ratings. Raya 6, Party 7, Timbers 7, Kivior 2, Rotten, Tierney 7, Jorginho 6, Marino 6, Waneri 6, Sterling 6, Jesus 10, man of the match, Trossard 6, Odegaard 8, Saka gets an 8. Hands off Kelleher. Nah, I would take a Kelleher, I would, but I don't know where he's going to go. He's going to have to go somewhere, isn't he? I just don't know where he's going to go. I can't work it out. Like he's a player that is big enough to play at a big club, Kelleher. I just don't know where he's going to go because I can't see any clubs that have got an opening, if that makes sense. Because obviously goalkeepers, you only have really one slot open. I don't know if I know you've just seen West Ham come up, but I don't know. I think he's better than West Ham. I'll be honest. I love Kelleher. I think he's brilliant. Cheers, mate. Zinni 10 for 10 for the yes. I'll agree with that because he didn't fucking play. Jesus deserved the 10. I've never seen him strike a ball that good consistently. Yeah, well, exactly. Look, everyone knows me. I'm not someone that goes 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's hard to get a 10 out of me. And I'll be honest, he deserves one. So, yeah. Need a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think he's better than West Ham, if I'll be honest. The senior players, especially attacking players, need to step up, and Jesus did. Big up to King, yeah, 100%. Oh, mate. Yeah, I would have a conversation. If you were here, mate, I'd have a conversation off camera. You'll understand why I'm kind of in this kind of mood today. No one really should want to mess with me today. I will be honest. If I'm Arsenal, if I'm Chelsea, sorry, I am buying Kelleher. He is a big up trade on Sanchez. That's quite a good point. But I'm just thinking, would Liverpool sell to Chelsea? If I was Arsenal, City, United, I would not want to strengthen Chelsea right now. Chelsea are going to be a problem. They are. They're already a problem now, but a couple more bits, and they are going to be a huge, huge problem for all of us because they've got the longevity as well. They've got a lot of players that are of a certain age that are going to be a problem for years, and that scares me. Won't sell to no, they won't. They won't. Well, I hope they don't anyway. I normally am quite tight, but honestly, I was so happy with Jesus. First half was crap. Let's be honest, it was for most people. There's a couple of players that are fairly decent, but yeah, I'll be honest. Kelleher over Onana. I agree. Yeah. I know you're not using your Irish bias there because I do agree. I think Kelleher is a great goalkeeper. Chelsea project is a big problem. Yeah, it is. It is a big problem. It's a scary problem to have as well. Yeah. No Irish bias in that. No, I know there ain't, mate. I'll be honest. I know we've spoken about Kelleher before. I think he's fantastic. Chelsea getting that experience from this season ahead of next. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're going to have a couple of blips now and then, but I'll be honest, I'm scared about them now. I'm not looking forward to playing them again, if I'm honest. But there we go. Right, let's move on to the subs. I want to kind of wrap this up because I've got no actual electricity charging my laptop today. So, right, Odegaard easily gets a 9. I'll be honest. That is what I wanted to see against Everton and Fulham. That's the Odegaard I enjoy watching, not the one against Everton. But yeah, so he gets a 9. Saliba, to be honest, he just did what he needed to do, tied it up. Yeah, 7. Big one, mate. It's a big problem. Yeah. I don't know what the weather's been like for a lot of people, but it's been really bad here. And it's finally taking it out on my area. So, yeah, it's not fun. Maybe Odegaard had a bad game against Everton. Surely Big Gabby contracts. Yeah, it will be. Don't worry about it. Bobby is wearing big coat round him. No, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable, but yeah, it's just one of those days, mate. I can't wait for it to end already. But yeah, Saliba gets a 7. Miles Lewis Skelly didn't do much, to be fair. 6. I think that's fair. 6 for me. Saka 7 for Saka. And obviously Gabriel came on for Kivior. I'm not going to score him because he didn't come on for long enough. But yeah. As for contracts, you will see a new contract for Saka, Gabriel, Nwaneri be announced within the next 6 to 7 months. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to wrap it up as quick as I can because I was slightly worried about that, to be honest. But yeah, Nicholas Hover review. I'll be honest, last night was poor. So 5 for Nicholas. Mikel, he would have got a 3. I'll be honest, he would have got a 3. He saved himself and he gets a 7, and that's a very nice 7. Just because Jesus just really pleased me. I enjoyed watching that. Saliba's contract. Big up to Canners. Hope you're doing well. I'm not going to talk about Saliba. I'm not. I will discuss Saliba when I can. But at the moment, it's Saka. Did I say Saliba when I said? I don't know. Well, I know Saka's getting a new contract. Saka is. Nwaneri's getting a new contract. Gabriel is getting a new contract. Saliba, let's just wait and see. But big up to Canners. Smash the likes, peeps. Big up to the 90 people currently watching over all platforms at the moment. I want to win this trophy so much. So do I. I was there when we last won it. So it's a trophy that's actually meant quite a lot to me because I remember being there when we won it. So yeah, I really did enjoy that. Salah and VVD look like they're staying from all the noises. Looks like it. Honestly, mate, it's been such a blooming roller coaster with those two. It's mental. It could end up being Trent leaves, which definitely wasn't the beginning of the story. That's for certain. It was all meant to be the vice versa around, but hey ho, we'll wait and see. We'll discuss it more when I hear more. At the moment, it's we'll just wait and see. Some Arsenal fans said League Cup is beneath club like Arsenal. Funny things, how Ching. Carling Cup is it is an important cup for me. It's a League Cup. League. Clues in the name. League Cup. The only teams that can take part of it are the teams in the league. That's why it's called the League Cup. But people seem to like the FA Cup more. But it doesn't make much sense because the FA Cup is open to every football team in the FA. So the League Cup, technically, because it's only has league teams in it, is technically harder to win. I know it doesn't make some sense to some people, but technically, the League Cup is harder to win than the FA Cup. Technically. But yeah, I want to win it. I've always wanted to win the League Cup and the FA Cup. I love cup doubles, so I'm happy with that. I want to retain it if we're the most decorated club in it. Yeah, well, you're with your League Cup, we're FA Cup, mate. I want to win everything. Same at roasting. I'm greedy. So am I, mate. I've got some nice roasties yesterday. I'm looking forward to that, Grimbo. I want the league the most because want to see the lift in front of home fans. Yeah, mate, I agree. Look, league always trumps everything else. Yeah. I don't understand the mentality of not wanting to win the League Cup. Trophies are important. Well, they are. And I technically, like I said, I think the League Cup technically is the hardest one to win out of the two of them because it's literally just down to league teams. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, guys, I'm off. I need to get on with stuff and I'm worried about my battery, if I'm honest. But I will speak to you very soon, maybe tomorrow, if not Saturday morning. There should be a watch long Saturday as well. It could be a bit tricky, but I'm going to try my best to do it. But yeah, speak to you all very, very soon. Take care. Speak to you later. Bye bye.